everybody, Kristen here, sports dietitian, certified personal trainer, and owner of Elite Nutrition and Performance. I'm going to turn this camera so you can see me a little better. It's a beautiful day outside, so I'm just taking advantage of the weather. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how to leverage your nutrition so that you can be more toned. This is probably one of the top 5 requests that I get when clients contact me, is they want to be more toned. And the honest answer is, really, toning is not actually a real thing. It's kind of something that, fitness magazines made up. Really, what toning boils down to is actually building muscle and losing some body fat. So I think a lot of people have this idea with toning that you are actually doing something to your muscle extra special outside of building up the muscle, where you are just repeatedly working that muscle and it is making it harder or more toned, for lack of a better word. And really, that's just not true. You're really just building up the muscle and you're losing the body fat so that you have that look that you want, where you are a little leaner, you're more muscular looking, you look like you actually work out. And so, how do you do that is really the question. So we're going to talk about that today. So there's 3 things I'm going to talk to you about with how to look a little bit more toned. So first of all is actually fueling your body and eating to build muscle. So generally when I'm working with clients, that is the number one thing that we talk about, is not necessarily restricting your diet and how to lose body fat, but actually how to fuel your body so that you are gaining muscle. And when you gain muscle, that means that you are actually building muscle and in turn losing body fat, because muscle is metabolically active, which means it requires calories to keep it there. It requires calories to build it. And then that takes calories from your fat in your body. And then that in turn helps to decrease your overall body fat intake. So basically you're eating just enough to build muscle. You're not overdoing it. You're not doing a bulking cycle or anything like that. You're just eating enough to build the muscle up, but you're not eating quite enough. And so what I mean by that is, when I say you're not eating quite enough, is you're not eating to the point of feeling overly full, or like you just ate Thanksgiving dinner. You're eating just to the point of feeling satisfied. So then your body winds up having to use some of your own body fat stores and burns that off to keep that muscle mass there. So number 1 is actually eating and fueling your body. Number 2 is balancing your plate to go along with how you are training and how you're working out. So I talk about this a lot, balancing your plate. It's a very important concept. And I think a lot of people think there's this magic pill, if I eat this food or if I do this diet or whatever. It really just boils down to balancing your plate. So 1 is eating a protein at every meal, okay? If you're plant-based, that's totally fine. You would just want to eat a plant-based protein. But if you do eat meat, you would want to eat an actual meat protein source. And then you would want to eat some type of whole grain or a carbohydrate, and then a little bit of fat, fruit, or a vegetable. So there's 3 different plates that you would follow depending on your training load for that day. An easy day would be a half a plate of vegetables and fruit, a quarter protein, a quarter carbohydrates. A moderate day would be, if you're training for an hour or more, that would be more like a third of your plate carbohydrates, a quarter of it protein, and some fruits and vegetables. And then the high training day would be half a plate of carbohydrates, a quarter protein, and still some fruits and vegetables. And that would be really if you were exercising for a number of hours or more per day. So balancing your plate to fit what your training load is for that day. Number 3 is to train like you mean it. So that means lifting heavy so that you can build that muscle. You want to tear down that muscle, eat, fuel your body to build it back up, build that muscle, and then of course lose the body fat. Train like you mean it. So that means lifting heavy, but not lifting too heavy so that you are going to be losing form, you're breaking form. We don't want that to happen, because then you're setting yourself up for injury. And then you're also training each body part, and you are doing it in a systematic way so that you're hitting each body part throughout the week at least once. Okay. So lifting heavy and have a plan as far as lifting goes. Really, the 2 need to coincide, the nutrition and the training, to make all of this happen. So if you are sick of training and you feel like you're working out all the time and you're really getting nothing to show for it, you don't look like you work out, you feel like crap, or you just don't have energy, and you're just not progressing in your workouts, you're not getting any better, then I want to invite you to join me in my program, the Sustainable Sports Nutrition Academy. Basically, this whole program is for anybody that wants to get healthier, wants to perform better, wants to feel better, and wants to just progress in their sport. And so the outcome with all of that is this program's not necessarily for weight loss, but people do wind up losing body fat and they build more muscle. So we have lots of reviews on people that have gone through the program so far where they've actually dropped body fat, they've built muscle, they've gotten stronger, their blood sugar levels are regulated better, they feel better, they're more confident in knowing what to eat. And so if all of that sounds like something that you're interested in doing, I want you to join us in that program. So all you need to do is go to my website, elitenutritionandperformance.com, and you will see that program under coaching, the Sustainable Sports Nutrition Academy. I will also drop the link below, but I would love for you to join us, and that program is starting soon, so don't wait too long. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good rest of the day.